Hello, AP Chemistry students. This is Mrs. Altman. We are on video number 38, Solubility Equilibria Part 2. Here are our objectives for today's video. Pause here. I'm going to wait about 5 seconds and then say the answer out loud. If I'm adding aqueous sodium chloride, that's pretty much adding Na plus and Cl minus. That is adding a product of the reaction of AgCl reacting to dissolve. So that is going to shift the equilibrium for AgCl over to the left, which is going to reduce the solubility of both salts. It's going to have much more of a dramatic impact on AgCl because that is a much less soluble salt in general, but the solubility of both salts will be decreased as a result. Pause here. We've talked about the common ion effect in the context of acids and bases. It also applies with solubility. So in solubility equilibria, if you add a common ion, it's going to reduce the solubility of your salts. Pause here. I'm going to wait about 5 seconds and then explain what would happen. So if I have a mixture of sodium iodide, so NaI, and sodium chloride, NaCl, and I decide to add silver 1 ions, let's say in the form of silver nitrate, I'm going to form a solid, but it's a matter of which solid and when. So I'm looking at the solubility products, and I see that the solubility product for AgI is much less than that of AgCl. So what's going to happen is first, AgI will precipitate out. It's actually a yellow color. And then once all of that is precipitated out, if I keep adding silver ions, the AgCl will precipitate out second. And so that's called selective precipitation. I am choosing by adding something slowly to precipitate one compound out first and then a second compound. Pause here. I'm going to wait about 5 seconds and say the answer out loud. If I add an acid to this, it will react with the hydroxide ions and it will produce water. That is going to remove a product which, according to Le Chatelier's principle, it will shift the equilibrium over to the right, which will increase the solubility of iron 2 hydroxide. Pause here. So this just logically follows from what we were just saying. If you add an acid to an alkaline salt, you're going to increase its solubility, and adding a base will decrease the solubility because of the common ion effect. And then the opposite is true. If you add a base to an acidic salt, it's going to increase the solubility, and adding an acid to an will decrease it. Here are the practice problems for today's video. Thank you so much for watching and have a great night.